Hey, we're back. Okay, let's do a game between. This is actually from Simon Williams's "How to Crush Your Opponent," your chess opponent. This is a game between Vladimir Markohev. I'll spell that name out. Valdimir. That's his first name. His last name is Malkakhov. And then his opponent is Sergey Kovok. The spelling is for him, for black, who white played, what Sergei. That's his first name. Last name is F. And that's not F. Sorry, Volkov. And I'll just say white and black. Okay. And so that you knew, we're gonna do it as black because black actually he lost. Black lost, but this is the French defense, and so we want to see it from the French side, and we're going to show you how not to play the French. This is the French. Let me see. I think the French Tarrasch variation. Sorry, Tarrasch variation. And E5. Everything is going correct. That's everything to this part is 100% right on. The only sitch is you should be a little concerned when the pawn structures like that for white, because black needs to start hammering away. He's got two breaks, these two breaks here, so he's got to take advantage of it. So gf3, knight gf3 is actually the proper move that is played for white. There's a couple other, there's a move here that you could play, takes, and then if he takes here, you can drop your knight in, and then if knight takes, you know, his structure is slightly damaged, so potentially after bishop e7, and you have castles first after bishop e7, castles kingside, then f6. That's a potential idea. So, but knight c6 is actually most popular. That's the most popular line. Knight b3. The reason that's played is, of course, to double defend, also to prevent like further advances. This also allows for the bishop to come out and then maybe to reroute back in. You know, maybe here and then there. You know, you never know, to trade off the bishop for the knight or something. There's a whole. This is an interesting idea. I had this played on me before, but I was able to win. See, the proper move sequence should have been taking. You don't want to do what black did, and he's a very strong grandmaster. So c4, that's not what you want, because your two breaks are c takes d4 and f takes e5. Those are your two breaks, because you have your knights honed in on. Sorry, you have your knights honed in on e5. You could play queen to c7, then you have triple after these pawns are gone. You know, because you never know what's going to happen. You want to break the center for white. That's black's idea in the French, is to crunch white's center. And so what white needs to do is hold the center, and if he can hold his center, he wins. So if black can break white's center up, the center here, black has an advantage and will be able to launch a really powerful attack. If not, white has the initiative because of how much space white has. So we have to remember that when we're doing our game here, is when you're playing, think about that. Don't push what black did. Okay. Knight bd2, b5, bishop e2, bishop b6, and then this is an exclam. This is an exclam move. What white wants to do is to either go with his knight to e3, or at the right point, maybe after g4, he might go knight g3, and then h4, and then get his army just going down the pike to knocking out the QB, which is the king for black. So the bishop moves, knight moves in, castle kingside for white, c3, bishop d2, so everything's going towards plan, and then castle. See, black's trying to do his lever in the center, but what he forgot is, yes, let's say he's able to lever that open, and then that takes back. He hasn't broke the center. If he would have allowed for a takes there and a takes here, what would happen is there'd only be one pawn there, and there'd be enough of an attack of the queen and knight. But because he pushed on the queen side, which is not preferred unless you like the closed French, which is you got to be very careful when you play the closed French. He plays h4, king to h8. What he's trying to do is, so if this takes, he can actually put a rook on the open file, the G open file, and then potentially maybe double up, and then get an attack on the king. So, oh yeah, I want to show you a line here. If black, this is actually an exclam for black. This is the move that he should have played. There's a line that, this is a line that would potentially be played. I took it from the book, and that's the first line. Then there's here, you can actually take with the bishop. That's a line. Bishop takes, rook takes, and then e5. Let me see here. Hold on, let me see. That's a line as well. And so you just got to be very careful. Like, I'll show you here, 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 here. And black's open, but he could always move, and he's fine with the structure, so he's not really in any problem. But when he played h8, that's not the best of the moves, but it's not a mistake. It's kind of a it prepares either here and then there, or here and there, that type of a push. You know, something similar to that. h1, white wants to come here and put his rooks. So it's who can put their rooks on the G file. a5 is played for black. He's trying to get some counterplay on the queen side. Queen d2. b4, and then oh shoot, I'm sorry, drat. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get to that point. Sorry. Okay, b3, there we go. Some reason my mouse thing slipped. Sorry about that. Okay, b3 is a really good move for white. It's an exclam, because what happens is, if black was to take, he now can lock down the queen side, and then now he's got free hand on the king side. So he's just got to be very careful. So c3 is played. He's attacking the queen. The queen retreats back to e1. Let's see, we're almost to another exclam point. a4. Bishop goes back. Finally, he knows that he's got to come and take over this file here. But it's not an exclam anymore, it's just a standard move. d1, F5. He's trying to lock the position down. H3, preparing G4 to break the center open big time on the king side. H takes, so the bishop trades off. The queen's trying to queen is trying to trade off for white's queen. If this trade did happen, black has a chance of surviving, but white doesn't want to have any of that, so he just retreats his piece back and is still threatening G4. H6, G4, F takes G, G takes, knight takes G4, knight, bishop H5, queen to G3, rook F7, bishop attacks the knight on B5, and white is slowly pushing the pieces back. E3. So now because he made white's knight have to move, it kind of gave him a tempo idea. So A F1 let's see, H4 is an exclam. He's getting ready to either play F5 or G6 check. So white's pieces are all just looking at black's king saying, it's time, let's do this thing. And basically this thing is they're going to go for the knockout, the KO. And so that's white's plan. A takes B, and so now if this was to happen, do you guys see what potentially could happen here? And then now this rook's under attack. It's not a good thing to have happen. Yes, maybe we can attack there, but remember, in comes the knight, and you're thinking, wait, can't he just play there? Yeah, but remember, this is about checkmate. So, oh, wait a second, I apologize, my bad there. With that there, he's got to take, I'm sorry, because he'd lose the queen. So we got to, we have to get rid of that variation, and then that takes is forced. And then queen takes, so then queen takes, then you have rook check, and more pain, more, not fun. So then now you can actually come down with a smack on these, a smack on these two, and there's really nothing that he can do. He's in a bad problem. Maybe he can take here, but then now you have doubling up potential. And if he tries something like this, you have here something like that. It's just not fun. It's basically all over. So takes, he takes the bishop, so that there's none of that idea that we showed a little bit ago. That bishop is gone. So knight comes just crushing in, because now the bishop that was here, that's guarding the G6 square, is now gone, and so in comes the knight. King H7, knight takes. This is an exclam. You're thinking, wait, why don't you just take the queen? Why not just take a rook? I know what you're thinking. Why not just take here? Well, you could, but then remember now, I guess you could, because you have that there, don't you? And then you have here, and maybe back here, something like I don't know, but it's just not good. So either way, but this is more of an exclam because you're now starting to open up the king for an attack. So I'm still new to these analytical stuff on here. So the queen takes h4. So when the reason also is this, now I see why he took here. See, the queen was guarding the h4 square, and if he can pull this queen away from there, the queen can pop right in. The king takes, but remember, the game's about checkmate, so it's not about how much material you have. And now, and this is what Simon Williams says, this is now the walk to the king's doom. So it's a sad, sad, sad. So we're getting close to another exclam idea. Okay. Let's see, we're almost there. And there. See, when he intercepts there, that's another exclam. Because what White's doing is just saying rip. He's just ripping whatever defenses Black has for his saving grace is totally gone. The last piece that he had to tear was this bishop. It intercepted with check, but all he had to do was just take it and see you later. He took that, and now there comes a check, and then at this point his opponent Black resigned here because there's mate in one. I'm sorry, wrong. Sorry about that. Let me see here. Right. Nope. Try it. Wait. I'm sorry. I keep getting that. No. Let me see here. Let's see. I know there's mate in one. I just gotta find it. Hold on. Come on. Yeah. There we go. I don't know. When I was looking at it it's easier to do it from White's side. But sorry, that's mate in one because of there's really no moves. The pawn takes away that square, and so that rook tore apart the last defender of Black, which was his bishop, and then it ended with mate. So beforehand, when this was played, Black resigned, and it's really interesting how that works, guys. So let's see here. Just give me a second. You have to be very careful with your play as in the French, because if you don't know what you're doing, this is the end result, and it's not fun. Trust me. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you a game. Just 1 second here. Hold on. Okay, so alrighty. I'm sorry about that. I had to check one thing out. I apologize. Okay, so now what we have to do is I wanted to show you one my game. So I was playing as. Wait a second. Is this my? Oh, I'm sorry. This is a tactic. I'm sorry. This is my game here. These are puzzles. Okay. I'm Black, my opponent's White. I wanted to show you how to do the French variation really good. So e4, e6, d4, and d5. This is the start of the French. Remember, there's 3 different lines. Or I'm sorry, more than 3. There's advanced variation, the Tarrasch variation, the Winier. This is the Winier right here, Winier variation, and yeah, the exchange variation. There we go. Those are the he does the Charette variation, or I don't know what that line is. That's a subline in the French, one that I haven't seen. So he takes rook f, not rook, knight f3, bishop d6, castle kingside, bishop g5, bishop g4. And right here, this position is really good for black, because I potentially have c6. We're going to stop at this point, and then I have maybe knight to maybe knight d7 first, bd7, c6, and then queen to c7 with a threat there. So there's a lot that can be played. So I start with c6, fortifying my pawn. There's really no real threat at this moment. And so what we have to do is set up for the queen move. He moves his rook thing back. And I decide, you know what? The best thing to do sometimes is to block, move on. This was a good idea, but I was like, I need to stop this. Potentially he can be coming in with some big problem. He does come in. So I took his bishop, and that's actually his best bishop. Queen takes, and then I bring my knight in, knight bd7. And at this point, I know what his plan is. He's going to take here, and then he's going to have a double attack with his queen and on that. So I play my rook to e8. Rook e8's huge. He plays bishop f3. I took knight takes, rook takes, knight d7, bishop takes, rook takes. He moves back to e2. I took, he took, and then now, because my structure is a lot better, and it's kind of into a semi-close game, he played rook e1, and so I took, he took. Then I moved king to e2, which, sorry, f2. King f2 is strong because it guards the f7 square. Also, if I want to, I can exchange, but I don't really want to. He goes f3 right now, and I go no. So he goes b3, which he's weakening his queen side. I go a5. He goes a4, because my idea is to, if he plays something like that, to play here so it undermines his structure. But he plays a4 instead, so I have to I'm rerouting my knight. And the king move to f8 also allows this to happen, because the rook can't go here or here. The rook can't go here or here. His knight really has no scope, because there's foolish, bad. That's bad. That's bad. His best move is probably here and there. King f2. I bring my knight in. Now my idea is to play knight to f5 and attack his d4 pawn, or play rook b8 and then go pawn b5 to smash the center. He goes e5, so I go pawn e6. He retreats back. I now come crunching in. I attack his knight. his rook, sorry, forcing his rook to go to d3 passive. Then I bring my rook over. He plays knight e2. I go g5. This stops his knight infiltration, which is huge. And I can always later on retreat back need be. I took, and then he took there, that was an error. That was actually his losing move. I played h5, and at this point he played there, and I took. He took. I moved up, g4, and I was thinking, should I have taken here? I decided to not take and push onward. I want to see what the computer says. Probably taking might have been better. Nope, I did the right move. I pushed onward. Okay. He tried to undermine that structure. I just moved my king up, and then he played there. And I was thinking, let's see, if I played here, 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 he could stop that. Hey. How you doing? Good. Yeah. I'm learning. I was going over. I was thinking, hey, why not go over an endgame that I played, and then I can explain it. So this is kind of an endgame scenario where it was all about the structure. If you notice how my structure is so much stronger with all these pieces, and it shows how he had to play g3 to get anything going because his king is so cramped. So I took. He played check. I moved over, and he came over. I played b6 first because my idea, I don't want to go b5 because it's the problem. I guess I could go b5, but takes, and then maybe something like that here. Maybe that works. Maybe that was better. I want to see. I'll see what the computer says on this because so that was a draw. So this is the move here, undermining the structure. Okay, so if he takes there, all right. So okay, what if he plays here though? Oh, you push. Oh, and then if he takes, you take. And if he takes here, okay, wow, that is crushing, isn't it? Ouch. That's total dominant. There's no way he can get there. There's not enough. Let's see, draw 4. There's not enough spots for him ever to get into. Okay, drat. So I played there, which kind of wasn't the best. So, but when he took, that was really bad. I didn't think he was going to take. I thought he was going to play here and kind of try to lock the position up. But when he took, I was like, thank you. I now have c5. And then if he played here, now is an interesting solution. I think I can play there, and then if takes, and I now have maneuvering. That's better. So I gotta remember that. Gotta remember to keep that in mind. Then king up. All right, and then I come over and gobble his other pawns. Yeah, so I just come over, gobble. If he plays there, I just play here. He takes there, takes, and then he'll take here to stop that, and I just come over and that, because gobble, takes. Oh, yeah, don't want to take there. It wastes too much time. He's one tempo shy. Like back here, it's kind of interesting. If I was to take, Then now when I'll show you what happens. Oh, I guess it's still a win. Huh, still a win. Interesting. Either way. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, there. Gotta get back to that spot. Takes. I move in. And then I play the pawn push. So right now I'm playing correct. And when I push there, he resigns because there's really nothing that he can do. Because when I play up there, I can just come in here, and I showed how that's the correct move sequence. There's he tries to push, and I come over, and there's really no way to stop that attack. And so he resigned. Where did he resign? I think he resigned right there. He resigned right there, and that's where he decided that it wasn't worth continuing onward. Because if he had taken here, I could take back, and then we get into our idea of Jeremy Silman's Fox in the Chicken Coop. When you sacrifice this pawn to win this pawn, and then when he tries to come over to stop it, you actually give that pawn away, so that he's too late to get back. You have to sometimes give material to actually win. So I gave up material. This is actually a one game here. So if he plays here, if I didn't have this pawn here, it would be a draw. I would have to move here, and then it's a draw. But because I have this one move here, it makes him have to move, and then I come up, he comes down, and then I queen, and he could take, and it's game over. Endgame's very important, and so I wanted to show you guys that game, how I won. That was it was a pretty interesting. It came down to the very end. You had to see all the way through, and the French defense is not. It's a fun opening, but you have to kind of know what you're gonna do in it. You have to know the ideas behind it. And so let's see, what do we got here? Let's check out what we got. Alrighty. So here we go. Let's pull up another one of these, and we'll see what we have. We have puzzles, so we'll work on a couple puzzles, and then I was thinking of maybe playing against the computer, and we can, as a group, face the computer. But I'll set up just an analyze board, because I don't really want to do a rated computer game, and then we can choose which move we wanted to play, and so we can talk about the move rather than otherwise. If you face the computer, there's a time limit, and then you can't talk through it. So I wanted to try something new. We're going to face the computer, and we're going to play our moves, and we're going to see what the computer responds to. So in this situation, what move would you guys like to move? What would you play here? It's all about fun. Here you can take it back and change it if you need be. So it's not about rating or anything, it's about learning. So what would you guys think would be the best move? Remember, there's no wrong move. There's only learning. So I'll give you guys the move, and I'll be the hands, and we'll talk through it, why it's a good or not good move. So we'll start here. What you guys think for a move? We'll be white, and the computer will be black. Okay, it's your guys' move. So when you, all right. Oh yeah. Oh, D4. Okay. Are we all in agreement? Oh, you want to do E4? You want to do D4 or E4? Which one, guys? Because we have to. Okay, you want to try D4? Okay. Let's see what the computer does. Okay, knight F6. And so what's our idea, guys? What do you guys think? Here, because we're gonna play this, we'll talk through it. So, are you guys? What move are you guys thinking? Don't be afraid to put in. We can always take it back and change it. So there's no wrong move. Just give it your guys' best, move sequence, and we'll play it out. It's all about fun and learning. So got D4. Our computer played knight F6. So what would you guys like to play? Bishop G5. Alright. Nice. You like the Trompowsky attack. Sweet. Okay. Our opponent goes, the computer goes D5. So what is the next move that you guys would agree on to play for white? And then we can talk through it. This is actually a really strong move. So it's very similar to the London, but it's just the London would be right here. This is similar, just one square up. So what do you guys think for white? Oh, you like knight c3. Is everybody in agreement with knight c3? What do you guys think? Because you don't know. I think this is a great. That's a great move. Excellent move. Because what you're deciding to do is to, at the right time, we can play e3 and then bishop d2 d3 is perfect. You guys are doing great. Okay, let's see what the computer has. Okay, so wow, they want to really protect that knight, don't they? So you're doing great so far. So what would you guys like to do? There's a couple moves that, but I'll just show you. There's Nakamura really likes doing side attacks, so there's always G3 that you can play with fianchetto idea. There's the standard knight F3. There's even E3, which is an idea too to develop the bishop. So what do you guys think? There's even, I think, F3 and then E4 is a potential idea too if you want to kind of expand in the center. And we have the ability to castle queenside, so, or sorry, here and there. So there's no real threat. Oh, nice. I would actually prefer E3 too, but that's good too. E3 is yeah, E3 is a good move. You prefer F3 to yeah. You know what, the F3 are and then F3 and E4 is an darn it, F3 and E4 is an idea, but I prefer, like what you guys are saying, E3, more structurally sound. That's perfect. Let's see what our alright, so the computer wants to attack our bishop, so I think we're kind of forced to retreat back. Is that okay, guys? Or do you want, you have two moves you could play. You could play f4, I mean f3 or, alright, perfect. And then he's probably going to go g5. Oh, nope. He's going e6. Wow. He just blocked in his light squared bishop. So what you guys want to do now? Good find. We have two pieces. We can go there, develop, bishop. It all depends to what you guys would like to play. What you do if you, oh, if you played g5, we'd be forced to retreat. That's a forced move, so we'd have to do that, otherwise we'd lose our bishop. So if you played here, that's kind of, some of these are forced lines that you have to play, but he didn't do a forcing line, so we now have an opportunity to develop our push upon. There's a lot of different moves. So what do you guys think? Because you're doing great so far. You guys are setting up a good position, strong. So what move would you guys play next? And don't be afraid to put moves in. I'll wait. Not a problem. There's a couple moves. I'll just propose some that for you guys maybe to choose for. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. There's knight f3. There's bishop d3. There's bishop e3. I mean e2. I've even seen a player play f4, and that's so that if this ever happened here, like you were saying, they have the ability of doing that. But in my opinion, f4 is not the best. The knight move's actually, in my opinion, the best right now, because you usually develop knights before bishops, but this bishop move isn't bad because it does have a idea if he goes g5. Oh, interesting. So he wants to castle. Our computer friend wants to castle. So what would you guys play here? 1 second. There we go. So what would you guys prefer to play? You're doing great on your development, so you have almost all your pieces developed. What piece isn't developed? You have to always think of that in chess. Yeah, bishop to b5. Interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. Hey, let's give it a shot. It's not bad. It's an okay move. You have bishop here or bishop there. Either one's, it's not a bad move. He just he castles. So what would be a good move here for us? We have we can move our queen. We can castle if we want. There's a couple ideas. Move your queen. You can castle. You could even maybe play h3, so that if you ever wanted to, if he plays here, you could retreat back. There's a whole bunch of different lines. You could even, if you had to, retreat your bishop back. Move queen. Where would you think would be a good spot? We have a lot of spots. We like queen d2, queen e2, queen d3. But that's a good move. The queen move's a good move. D2. Yep, nice job. That is right. Okay, now he attacks our bishop. Oops. Come on, get off there. Come on. Quit lagging on me. Ugh. Come on. Stop that. There we go. So our bishop's attack. So where would be a good spot for our bishop to retreat to, guys? We have D3, E2, or A4. Where would be its best spot to go to? Would it be D3 or bishop E2? Yep, there we go. It's a good move. Okay, dokie. So he wants to, let's see, what does our silicon friend want to do? There we go, exactly. So, okay, our silicon friend wants to go B6. So this is the Richard something attack, virtuous attack. And so now we have to place our king in a safe square, safe spot, because we can see that he's planning on starting to hammer home his queen side advance. So what side would be a good side for the king to be safe on? What would be the safest spot for the king? You have castles, queen side, or castles, king side. Excellent. King side is correct. And let's see what our silicon friend has to say. Okay, so it wants to play bishop to b7. Okay, so now that we're developed, we need to decide where do we want to start pushing our attack. Where would be a spot to do that? We have a couple pieces that we can move. We have a majority actually of all our pieces we can move. But we have to set up for a good attack. So we got to think here. What's his idea with the bishop move? Of course we know that he wants to play c5 at the right moment. Interesting, nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. Drop the knight into e5 is a good idea. And then he takes back. And then forced, we take. Okay, then his knight retreats back. So what would you like to trade or go f4? Which one would you like to do? Actually, sorry, we kind of either got to, we got to retreat or take, sorry. Okay, trade and then trade. Okay, perfect. And then his queen's gonna have to take, of course. That's a forced move. And so now, what would you guys like to play here? Would you like to play f4, something like that, to fortify our pawn center? Would you like to play queen d4 to fortify our center? Or let me see, what would be another one? You potentially could come here you have basically these moves. We have f4, e4, or queen d4. You want to do we don't have e3. We're already on e3. E3, we don't have. We're already pushed to e3. So f4 is. I think that's f4 is actually, in my opinion, the best. Oh, oh, you want to do e4? Okay. Let's see what happens with e4. Okay, he takes and he's up a pawn. So we don't want to do that one. So what we're going to have to probably do is f4 at that point. Let's see what the computer says. Yep, we're still good at this point. So he's going to try to undermine our structure. And our king's safe. Our king is really safe. There's really no infiltration point at this time. So now we have to decide, what do we want to do? We've got him kind of locked down. He's having to decide what he wants to do. We're still good. We're not bad. He's slightly better, but we're good too. So what would you guys prefer to play now? Remember, taking, he has the ability to take and then win the pawns. So we have to plan around that idea. So we can play a couple moves that, if you guys would like, you can move your, yeah, he takes f. Okay, that's a good move. Knight takes. And then at this point, we have a couple moves that we could actually play. We can hammer home with f5, e4 to kind of undermine his center structure. We even have maybe bishop. Potentially we have a rook move. So we have a lot of different lines that we can go down. What would you guys think? e4. That's an interesting idea. We have an e4. Are we in agreement on e4, or what would you guys like to play? We have one that's e4. Any other proposals before we play e4? There, we could talk about either one. Hey, we're playing a game right now with all of us against the Chess Engine Stockfish 8. So f4. So you want to play f4. So we have an e4 or an f4. Which one would you guys like to play? e4 or f5? Sorry, e4 or f5. Okay. So we're wanting to go for f5. Yeah, that we could develop. That's for sure. So what do you guys think? f5, because we want to make a move. Rook a d1. What's your f5? There was a reason given. What's the idea behind rook a to d1? What is that? What's your proposal idea? because you always have to have, like what we talked about, you always have to have a idea of what it's about. Because like what we talked yesterday about that, Simon Williams, one of the Grandmaster, asked him why he moved that move, and he just said it looked good. He learned to have ideas behind his moves. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm right. Ideas behind the moves. Oh, try to open the E file. Okay, there's an idea. So F5 has true. It has the idea of opening up the structure. Rook F3. So Rook F3 is what would be the idea behind Rook to F3? Oh, going G. Okay, G3. So let's give let's give the pawn pushing a move sequence, and we'll see what the computer says if it likes it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the computer says about this move. Okay, it's 1.5, so we know what that is. Let's check what this move is and see what they say. So point fives, that's a good move. So let's take a look and see what Rook F3 does. Okay, so best move out of the lot, let me see, would be it would actually be this Rook to D1. Yeah, so Rook actually A D1 is correct. Rook here we gotta get rid of that one. So Rook A D1 is, see, we're just going through it. The ideas are good. It's just we have to look and see why. It's so that if this pawn ever gets pushed, one of these pawns, we have perfect position with our pieces. It follows the Rook to D AD1. We're not doing favoritism. We're just all we're doing is looking at the best move in our lot that we've chosen from, and the computer says, and I agree with that this is the best because it controls the open file, and then potentially we have rook later on, rook later on to F3, and then you have potentially a bishop. So at this point, let's see what the computer, alright, so he wants to challenge the position. So at this moment, guys, what are some ideas that we can look at? He moved Rook A to D8. So he's saying he's trying to give us a little bit of he's trying to tickle our pawn here. So bishop F3. Okay, that's one proposal. That's a good move. Okay, bishop F3. Is there any other proposals that you guys would like to propose? And we'll look at those moves. And then we can choose which one we can go through and see what the computer says is the best move. Okay, bishop E3. Got bishop E3. Or do you mean D3? Okay, so yeah, bishop D3, bishop F3. Any other proposals? Okay, so that is understandable, the knight jumping in here. So we have two move ideas that do handle that idea. Do we have any other ideas before we look at these? I'll give you like we'll give like less than a minute or so. Just look at it, think, just put in. So we have these two. We have bishop d3 and bishop f3. So any other ideas before we check these two moves out and see which one's best? F5. Okay, so we have bishop and then F5. So let's check out. Oh, queen. Okay, we'll try. Oh yeah, we'll try move queen e1 too. Okay, now we got three moves. We got queen e1, bishop, bishop, and then F5. So let's give the bishop F3 a chance. See what it says. Okay, it's 0.7. Hold on. 0.8. Okay, so this one's a 0.8. We'll take a look at that. 0.8. Oops. Now turn off the engine. We'll take a look at this one. See what this is. So that's a 0.4. And now we're going to look at F5. So that's a 1.7 pawn. And then now let's take a look at queen to e1 and see what this has. So out of the lot, it looks like bishop to d3 is actually best. So it looks like bishop d3 is the best out of the lot. So I think, what do you guys think? This is actually the best out of every one of them. Are you guys okay with that move? Because it's the least. It's 0.4. The other ones are like 0.5, 0.6, 0.8. Okay, let's see what the computer's got in store for us. Oh boy, the computer wants to really give us some pain. Oh, okay, I'll do that. All right, I'll give you guys my idea. I just wanted to, keep it kind of, so we all can learn. But yeah, I agree. I do like back here, guys. I do like bishop d3 because it stops if he was to push here. It stops that we can actually take back, and it also develops a piece. It allows us to have a knight. In my opinion, knight e2, then knight g3, and then maybe something like that, or maybe we can even reroute our knight. So this move right here does a lot of good things. So with that, okay, I just wanted to tell you what my idea was. This idea is a little slightly scary because he has the idea for two breaks. So we have to take in consideration that e5 is e4 is a potential. E5, let me see. Because you want e5. He has e4. Let's see, e4. So you're saying e4. So we got an e4. That's a good move. That has some ideas of. Then he can push there. And then if he, well, the only stitch I see about e4 is he can actually take, and if he takes, we can't take back. Yeah, our queen's pinned at this moment, and we have to decide what do we want to do. If we take, we have an issue with isolated pawn, like what you guys were saying. So bishop g6, very interesting. So g6, that is an interesting idea. So that if he plans on taking here, we have here, so he might try to drop his knight in here, but then we take after that move. And if he takes back, no longer is the bishop here, and we can move our queen. Correct. Okay, bishop g6, that's a good move. Any other ones? And remember, this is all about learning. No matter what happens in the game, you know what? The whole thing is about learning. So don't worry. Queen to f2. So you like queen f2, our bishop. So we have a queen f2 and a bishop g6. Any more ideas that you guys would like to go over? Yeah, that is. So let's take a look first at this move and see what. Okay, so this is what he's saying the best would be. Okay, not bad. So that's an okay move. And so that's actually the correct move. Wow, nice find there. What would happen if we played here? Let's take a look. Whoa, one pawn of, let's see. Ouch, that's no. We don't want that. Okay, so I think we found our sequence. That's actually a very strong move. I agree with that move. It pins the king in. Also, later prepares if there's a take. We can actually develop our rooks over here, and also gives us our knight adequate position. So he plays a6. That's his move. And so what you guys think? What about f takes? Oh, interesting. Okay, so f takes. I believe that the queen would probably take. Yeah. That's an interesting idea. There are here. What do you guys approve of? Do you want to do the takes, or do you want to do bishop to g6? Takes or bishop g6? Because those two moves are preferred, and I kind of agree with both of them on the idea, because then we can. Okay, bishop g. Okay, so that was what he played. So we have to move. He's attacking our rook, so we have to do something with our rook. We have here, here, or there with our rook. We have these two moves make sense. So this rook to e1, why I think that's the best is if we go rook e1, that he takes, that potentially is what'll happen. So that's rook f e1 is a potential idea. And what do you guys think about? Yeah, okay. So we're all in agreement on rook f. Okay, perfect. And let's see what they want to do. Oh, okay. The knight wants to move. So we now have, it's our turn. We're doing good. We're staying in the fight, guys. We're holding out against heavy odds. Okay, we're not giving in. The computer isn't gonna beat us. We're gonna go into the end game. We're in the middle game right now. So let's see what we can dish out. I'll propose an idea. So yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. F5 is, my opinion, best. What do you guys think? F5, or do you have any other ideas? I prefer F5. I think it's best. Bishop F5. Okay. What's the idea behind bishop to F5? Because the only sitch about that is the rook guards that. That's the only sitch. So are we in agreement? No, don't be, no, there's no sorry. Everything, hey, you know what? I'm glad you participated. Don't worry. There's no wrong move. As long as we learn from it, okay? Do not worry. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. F5, I believe as well, is the correct move sequence. I think that's the best. So the king is going to move to. The king is going to move to h8. That's a sneaky guy. We don't like that. That's horrible. We don't like that. He's not falling for our plan, Trat. We were gonna set up some good tactics there. So what would you guys like to play? He's got a couple ideas of here, but I don't think that's a smart idea because then we could take, and if he takes, he has the queen. So we do have a couple. We have a lot of pieces on the queen side. So what would you guys like to do? We need to bring some of our bros over, our guys, our fellow warriors over. Knight e2. That's a good idea. What do you guys? What else, guys? Knight e2. We have. Do we have any more? Oh yeah, I know, but you know what? We're learning as we go. This is an excellent. You guys set up a good idea here. At this point, we could stop and just consider this a draw because eventually, played adequately, guys, this would end up becoming a draw. So, would you guys like to stop here? Consider this a good learning spot. Okay, you want to Arwood and go into puzzles, or do you want to continue onward? I'm more than happy to continue onward. It's all what you guys would like to do. towards the king and go for tactics. Okay. Puzzles, okay. Are we in agreement for puzzles? Because we did some tactic or some fun gameplay, and that's what it's about. We're learning. This is actually a really how you guys set up. Oh, okay. Bye bye. Be safe and God bless, man. So we'll. Would you guys like to go for puzzles? We have one puzzle. I'll just keep this here. We'll go into puzzles, and if you guys would like to continue to play onward, we can. I'll keep it right here. So if we wanted to continue onward, and then we can start doing some fun puzzles. I like both too. Well, see, I still have the board here, so that after we do maybe some puzzles, kind of, we can go back and do both as well. So I'm not deleting our move sequences. So this is interesting here. Okay, wow, we're down so much material. Let's see here. I see that we have knight takes. We have a knight takes on h3. Idea, which would allow us to queen, and knight takes on h3 also guards g5, and if he checks here on d7, we can always retreat our king back to e8 and stop this pawn from progressing. So what do you guys think? Would you guys think knight takes and then queen is a good idea? Because that's really what only thing I can really find in this position that makes any sense. Okay, let's give her a go. And I think the best move is e8. What do you think? King e8. Oh, wait a second. I don't know if king e8's... Let's see, if we played here, he could slide over. If we play here, even if he pushes, we have king back. See, if we play king f8 now, that guards the spot where he wants to bring his rook to attack the queen square, and even if he pushes to check our king, the push will block his rook from going to g7, and we can always retreat to e8. And then if he tries to check us there, we win the pawn. So we have a lot of an idea. What do you guys think? Do you guys like here, here, I'm trying to calculate to see if F6 is. But we have to take into consideration if we play E8. Yeah, he's got that there, so we have to. Yeah, I believe that's the only move that. Oh wow. Wowee, wow. Wowie, wow. Drat. That's okay. We'll get that back. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. Let's see here. We do have a nice little idea here, guys. Knight takes, and then if rook takes, we can take bishop takes. I believe, let me see, if we take here, he takes there, he takes there, queen takes, and then queen takes. Are we up? How many? Let's see. Okay, that's gone. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. So we're left with 3 pieces, and he's left with 2. What do you guys think? Oops, I gotta be careful there. Right there. I see that there's a potential there, but if we play here, we're attacking the queen, and then we can always move our rook. So here, here, there. What do you guys think? This, in my opinion, is the most forcing idea because of that. What do you guys think? Double attack. Okay, let's give her a go. I don't see, I calculated, let's see, anything. No, I think that's best. Let's see, okay, if we take right now, so okay, if we take here, he takes, or equal material. What do you guys think? There's a couple ideas here. That's what I was thinking. Knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, takes. Trying to see if that's. Let me see. Let's see if he takes there. He takes here. Let's see here. So knight. So if knight takes rook, bishop takes queen. Bishop takes queen. Bishop takes pawn. Bishop potentially could go here attacking knight. Trying to see. Bishop takes here. Rook takes, takes, and then takes. We have equal material, so we don't gain anything with that. We're equal at that point. Why can't he go? I wanna see why he can't do this. Oh yeah, you're right, because of the knight there. Yeah, you guys were right. And then we retreat back. Yep, there we go. You guys were right. Yep, 100%. Good find, guys. Good find. Good find. Well, these are the low ones. 1,000, 1,200. Oh, what the heck? Get out of there. Ah, sorry about that, guys. Come on. Get out of there. Don't know what that was. Ugh. Okay. We have a mating thread idea, but if we move our bishop off this diagonal, we set ourselves up for checks. But are they deadly checks? Because we can just move, and then if he checks, we go from here up to there, and there are no more checks. So what do you guys think? Queen, bishop there to threaten mate. Because if we do this right, it's mate and 3. Check. If he goes there, check. If he comes back, check. And then if he comes, checkmate. What do you guys think? I don't believe there's really any checks, because even if he started checking here, 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 and there, there's really no checks that he can. Sorry, he can't. Yeah, before there. Yeah, he can't. So if we go here, check, there, check, and there, and there's really nothing more he could do, because that checking square is gone because of our rook. So what do you guys think? Here. Whew. Okay. Oh my word, you're joking me. Ouch. Why not here? What did we do wrong? Oh, it's mate. Incredible. You're kidding me. That's it. Oh, it stops that. And it keeps... Oh, drat. I didn't... Shoot, that's horrible. Sorry, guys. Well, I'll be right back. Take a look at this. Yes, we will. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Hey, you know what? Not a problem. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Knight to... Actually, there's h6. So, let's see. Let's see here. Knight h6. Let's see. Okay, if he moves there... Is there any way? Is there any drawbacks to that? Let's see. If we move here, he moves there. We could queen takes g5. Then if rook comes over, attacking our queen. Oh, we don't have a response to that, do we? Trying to see what, because I'm really concerned only about if he moves here, then we take there. What if he moves his rook to g8? Oh, that's right. You're right. Oh, that's silly. That's funny. Oh boy, that does, yeah. And then, yeah, because then the queen comes there, and yeah. Let's see. Do we have any checks after that, though? Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's any continuation after here. I know he's got maybe bishop takes. But then I think we could then threaten mate. If we go here, bishop takes, knight comes there with mate. Because we have a queen, and yeah, I think I like that idea. Let's go for it. Oh my word, really? You gotta be... What did we miss? What did we miss? Oh, the queen. The queen's trapped. Why is that a bad idea? Ah. Irritating. We were too focused on the check. I'm gonna have to gotta hunker down. We all gotta see they're not gonna make it easy for us. So this is gonna be, we gotta look for difficult solutions. His idea is to go to G3, and then if we move here, he's got rook, and we're in a problem stitch. Let's see here. Takes. Check. Bishop check. Intercepts, takes. So here, he is here, there. We have to be quick on this takedown. Okay, bishop takes. Check. Wait a second. He's got a bishop check here. Snikes. So check. Ouch. Yeah, it's total mate. So we're gonna have to slice and dice a little bit here. If we take with the rook, though, we do have a check automatically, an automatic check. So, trying to see if it works out. Let's see there. Then we can go smack. So here, takes. Trying to see if there's anything else that works. So I believe that's the best. I've looked, I've analyzed. I don't think there's anything that's any better. What do you think? I believe that's it, but I want to make sure that we're all on board with this because it's the best that I could see out of all the lots. Let's go for it. Oh, please let this work. Oh my word. Really? Don't we have mate? Oh wow, he can't. Okay, if he checks there. Ouch. That hurts. Okay. We gotta be more. Wow. No, you're fine. I missed that too. I can't believe that. Okay, we got a rally. Let's see. We could do this, guys. We can do this. I know we can. We can do this. We just gotta look really hard. Okay, okay, okay. Is there anything that could counter a counter? Let's see here. There. So here. He might move there. But if he does that, that's not real. Nope, nope, we can't push that. My bad, my bad. So here, if he takes there, which that's probably what he'll do, we'll take here. And he'll move back. And we can actually take with a queen. Take the bishop queens. Then if he tries to queen here, we can actually take, rotate. Well, are we down? No, we get a queen, don't we, after that? So here, 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 here. We take and we queen. And then if he queens, so be it. We can actually checkmate there. Who cares if he queens? At that point we mate. Yeah, A2 is the move, you're right. Do we take the bishop at this point? What do you think? Do you see anything wrong? I don't see. Should we take the bishop? Alright. Wow. They're really hammering home here, aren't they? Drat, I didn't think they were gonna. This might be a pretty high point one. Let's see if we do a check here. And if the king moves, trying to see if here, 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 here. What do you guys think? Knight there is kind of the only thing I can see. I don't really see that anything else could be really played. Do we have anything else here? He really can't go. This is actually perpetual because when the knight goes here, he guards that square. So the king would actually have to go down. See here? What do you guys think? That's what I can see as Caesar. And then after he goes here. Actually, I'm sorry. Once we go here, if he goes here, we go there. Oh, sorry. Let me see here. See here. He's gonna take our bishop though. Our knight. Even if g3, bishop d4. But he'll take our knight though. Do we want that to happen? I don't think we have anything after he takes. Because I was looking at. Because I was just thinking this. Because if we go here, he takes here. He could actually push. And then all of our ideas are gone, and he's fortified. And then he has potentially to win. Oh, interesting. Nice. Nice. That is, yeah. Huh. The only sitch I see is if we look, come on, don't lag on me. Come on, please don't lag. No, don't lag. Oh, thank you. The only sitch I see about that, yes, if he takes here, 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 we can be placed there. Check. And if we go up here, he has check. And if we go there, he takes our bishop. And I don't know if we have enough. Lag? It's lagging, huh? Oh, okay. I'm trying to see. Boy. This is very, very interesting. Because if we play here, all I'm concerned is that. But see, if we play here, guys, I think we win the queen, if I'm not mistaken. If we play here, he plays here, we push, and if the queen takes here, we can actually check here, and he has to move, and then we win the queen. Yeah, that's it. That's the move. And then after king moves there, we push, and then if queen takes, we check, and then the king has to move back, and we win the queen. It is this. Do you see that? You see here, 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 and there. We check. Let's go for it. Oh my word, you're joking. What the heck? Oh my word, how come that's right? I can't believe that. Wow. Oh, you block. Then you're threatening mate. Oh. Why doesn't this work? Let me see. Drat. I can't believe that. Sorry guys. For some reason, I thought if he took there, and let's say he pushed, I thought we would have to take there, then check, and it would be a draw. That's what I thought. I'm sorry guys, I didn't see this at all. That's my fault there. And then his king's gonna have to, wow, he's totally toast. Yeah, that's my fault there. I'm sorry. Yeah. This is the most, there's that line, there's that line. I believe that's right, because that's the most forcing line. But the only sitch about that is he can just move. But that doesn't work. That's a bad move on his part. Or is it a bad move? Is that too, is this too aggressive? Is that too aggressive? That allows for more of a checkmating idea. Got that or that. We may even have, let me see, is there. We may potentially have that, but I don't think so. Because then he has here. Take it here. If he goes there, it's a check. He takes. He takes there. Yeah, because if we play here, and if he plays here, because I'm trying to figure out if he moves there, what can we do? So if we play here, he just takes. And we got nothing, and we can't take here because of the queen takes. We got nothing at that point, 0. Trying to see if there's any way to make it work, because if this is his only saving grace right there, and then that doesn't work because his king could take, and I don't think we have anything after that because we can't take here because of the queen guards that. Let's see about this here. Takes there. He moves here. Bishop f4 here, takes. King moves there. Then we check with takes. Then he moves up, we check. If he moves over, we check here. I believe that's the right move. That's I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Because I don't believe there's any way of stopping anything in that sitch. He's gonna have to take our rook, otherwise he's gonna go down in flames. Boom! Yes. We're back in this, guys. We're back in this. Booyah. Or hoorah, sorry. Boy, I had to. Sorry about being quiet, guys. I had to calculate all these lines in my head. I had to go, blah, 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 blah. And for a second, I had to go into the chess zone. It wasn't. I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was just thinking very deeply. Yeah, it is. This is interesting for sure. This is really I'm trying to think, because there's enough here to cause a checkmate issue. If we go over there, we can't actually go over there because I think it's got a double check. Yikes. Yikesies, yikesies. I think that's right. That's very silly. Wow. Who'd have thunk that that combination would lose to that? I think that's it. I don't see anything else that refutes that. Let's see. That loses to that. This loses to that. Are we sure that's... I don't see any refuting anything. I think that has to be right. There is nothing else that makes any sense after that. I don't see anything, because if that's played, we take, and if check, we just take with our king. That, so he loses. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we're doing better. We're doing better. We're hanging in there. Hmm. Interesting. That's an interesting idea. For sure. Because if we play here, he attacks there, we take, bishop takes, and then rook takes. And we've won a piece. What do you think? I believe that's it, but what do you guys think? We need to calculate. I don't think there's anything that he can do. He can't take here. That, I was looking at that, but that doesn't work because that allows him to come here, and then we're in a pickle. So if we play here, the queen's trapped. So his only move sequence is here. And then after takes, Then after takes, we take. What do you guys think? Here. Yes. 1, 2. Actually, that'd be 1. So you have to do, that'd be 1. That'd be 2. Let's see, we gotta see. That's so. Yeah, he does get 2 pawns, doesn't he? So if we play here, 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 he gets 2 pawns. And this one, he gets nothing. Then we can implant our knight there. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of the benefit of both of these. I think that's right. Let me see. So if rook f1 takes, knight takes, queen takes, rook takes queen, and that protects that pawn. I think you're on to something here, 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 there, and then rook takes the queen, and it guards that. Yes, he gets that pawn. He gets 2 pawns, but we're still fine. Actually, I apologize. He can't take that. It's my fault. I'm sorry. He can't take the queen. See, if we played here, I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh, you're right. So here. Ouch. So here. Here. Yeah, we have. Yeah, you're right. We do. We do lose, don't we? Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying now, because this is a deep one here. Here. And then if we take, he'll take with check, we take with the king, and he takes, and we're actually down material. Yeah, and that's yeah, we're in a big problem at that point. So really, the only way to handle that sitch is to play bishop, isn't it? Bishop takes, queen takes, rook moves. Knight comes in. If he pushes, we play knight there, attacking the rook and the bishop. I believe you're right with that. I believe that's right. Because that stops this whole combination of there. Well, not really. See, if we played here, 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 takes, we actually grab the rook with check. At that point, we grab the rook with check. So here, 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 knight actually goes into f5. If he pushes, we then can drop our knight there, forking the bishop in the... Ouch. Okay, now what do we do? Ay, ay, ay. I didn't think he was going to do that. And we'll after we solve this one, we'll let's see what we're doing here first. Oh, I got it. It's It's knight to C. Knight C6. It's a double guard on the bishop. Also, it unleashes the rook to come here. I believe that's. Let me see. Is there anything else that? Because that's a double protection on that. See, I'm not really worried. I'm not here, and then what he could actually play at this point is rook takes, and that forks our queen and our knight. I think it might just be a subtle. Let's see. The only reason I'm thinking that is, see, bishop takes. Hmm. Just trying to figure out if there's any other way though that let's see. Okay. Here, 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 here. So here, 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 there. That's right. That does pin that, doesn't it? Oh, wait a second. We could do a discovery with our knight on there. No, that's it. Here, 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 here. Our knight goes for a discovery attack. And so we would, at this point, queen takes, then knight takes. F4 is right here. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. I see. I see. I see. Yeah. I see what you're saying there. But I still think we're okay after that. Let me see. Here. 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 Check. Moves. Huh. And if rook takes. We have here. After the rook takes, we can play there. Ouch. Yeah. Oh boy. Boy, 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 boy. Maybe it's a check. Yeah, I see that. I'm thinking maybe check, and then we can move our queen down to D8. Then we may have bishop C8. Oh man, this is a headache. What are we missing? What are we missing here? We're missing something. Trying to think what could it be? What are we missing? Do you guys have any ideas? Because I'm like totally stumped here. Because if we take here, he's gonna come crashing down there. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see here. All I can see is potentially maybe that check. The king moves. We move our queen. Do we have any ideas? What? What's the move? What is it? You have an idea? Or what we could do, we could pick up this. So you think this line here? That's the correct line? Sure. Are we sure about that? 100% sure. What we could do is actually pick up here tomorrow, and so we don't make a mistake and it doesn't. I'm not sure. This will also give us a little bit of time, maybe later when we're more refreshed. But I don't want to, I don't want to stop here, but I don't want to get it wrong either. That'd be horrible. So A1. Trying to see, let's see if there's anything. Okay, let's see if we play here. There, check. And if rook here, rook takes. I think we may hold. Let's see here, here, check, move, takes, here. And then if queen takes, takes. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to, we'll probably pick up here tomorrow. Sorry about that, guys. I don't like leaving a puzzle, but I'm not real sure about it, and it'd not be a good idea to leave on, not such a wonderful note. But it's learning, so well, we better log. I'll pick this up tomorrow. Does that sound okay with you guys? Yeah. So, well, got a log. Okay, as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus. I say, God bless, guys, and I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. We will solve this solution. We'll get it. And so remember, keep studying. We're going to keep pushing forward. We went down, but we're still in the 23-13, so that's a good spot to stop. And we will pick up tomorrow on that. And so, like what Hannibal Smith says, there's always a plan. We just got to find it. Right now, we have to think about the plan, and we will find it. Okay, have a great rest of the night, guys. Bye-bye.